Anyway, hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. Yeah. And got a little man with me, too. Just got his haircut. Yeah, 4. Just got his haircut. Somebody got a big balloon with the number 4. Apparently, it's somebody's 4th birthday. Happy birthday to them. And my son just shouted it out. You know, he's at that age now where, like, every time he sees something, he's got to repeat it. So, yeah, got to be careful with that. So, anyway, with that being said, y'all, this is game day, Sunday. What is it, October 16th? Big game tonight, Sunday night football. Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia Eagles in Lincoln Financial Stadium. Now, we know that we play the Eagles twice a year, every year. Cowboys sweep the whole division last year. Can they do it again? Eagles are 5-0 right now. Now, a lot of people can say that, oh, they ain't really played nobody like that. But at the end of the day, you play your schedule, right? So you got to give the Eagles respect for that. Jalen Hurts is playing better, but Jalen Hurts is still Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts reminds me of a broke boy's Kyler Murray, right? He's a running and throwing quarterback. So he's a dual threat guy. So you still got to watch out for that. So those are going to be, I'm going to explain that in the keys to victory. Now, Jason Peters, former 9-time Pro Bowl left tackle for the Eagles, went to the Bears last year, but they didn't play the Eagles. So this is his first time playing against his former team, especially as a division rival. He was on the phone the other day with, I think, Hargrave. Was like, hey, fat boy, I'm going to play y'all. So there's some ish talking back and forth through these guys. You know, we don't know about it because they call each other, but I really think Jason Peters wants to go back there and stick it to his old team. The very team that he might end up retiring with. Who knows? But I know, I don't know. Eagles fan base is different. I don't know if they would give him a standing ovation because they don't normally give people standing ovations. Because they even booed Donovan McNabb when he came back with another team. So I don't see why it'd be any difference with Jason Peters. We know Jason Peters is going to be a future Hall of Famer. We do know that. His resume says it all. Now, as the Dallas Cowboys, though, he's more of a left guard right now because, you know, that tackle position, they want to keep Tyler Smith there. They don't want to confuse him. So either way, you put him in the game, and it's going to apply some holes, open up some holes for both Zeke and Tony Pollard. Sorry, my son's back there jabbering. But yeah, so when you put those things together, it's going to be a dynamic game. They knew what they were doing. Now, the NFL, they couldn't have guessed that the Eagles was going to be 5-0 going to this point, and the Cowboys were going to be 4-1, especially after losing Dak Prescott week 1. Even the fan base, we were like, damn, the season's over. We don't know what to do. Rush ain't going to lead us to no victories. But Rush did. What is he, 4-0 as a starter? 5-0 as a starter? If you add the Minnesota game or whatever from last year? Or, yeah. No, 4-0. Because is this the 5th game? No, it's the 6th game. So, 4-0. So, this whole quarterback controversy has to stop because we know that this is Dak's job. We know that regardless of the situation, the defense is winning these games for us. Let's be honest with us. The offense is just very conservative right now, and it has to be because Cooper Rush is not Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is the king of that RPO stuff. You're not doing that with Cooper Rush because Cooper Rush is not a running quarterback. Like as of, or not say running. So when you say running quarterback, there's only 2 running quarterbacks in the league. Well, maybe 3. Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts. Those are your three running quarterbacks. Now, when you want to say mobile quarterbacks, those are quarterbacks that can get out of the pocket when they need to, and Dak Prescott is in that list. He was listed as limited this week, which was interesting because they know damn well they're not going to play Dak Prescott, at least until next week when they play against the Lions. And then you got the Bears on top of that. You got 2 easy games after this. I mean, the Bears couldn't even beat the Commanders on Thursday night. They couldn't even do me a favor. I was a little pissed about that. I'm sitting there like, you can't throw a... You had 4 chances at the line, 4th and goal, to get the ball to the end zone, and you couldn't do it. But that's beyond me. That's the Bears. The Bears. Anyway. But you look at this game that's going to happen tonight is going to be crucial. Everybody's going to be watching this game because if the Eagles win, they will be 6-0, and they will have their bragging rights throughout until they lose. If the Cowboys come in here with a 4-1 record and beat the Eagles, both teams will be 5-1. So, with that being said, Cowboys got to go in and do their business. And how should they do their business? I'll explain that in a second. But real quick, though, they did make some moves, though. They put Semi Fehoko on IR, which is weird because he wasn't on the injury list. But they claimed that he had a shoulder injury, so you can take that how you want to take it. To me, that makes it seem like, okay, well, maybe he did hurt his shoulder, but because it was something minuscule, it wasn't enough to put him on IR. But then putting him on IR means that he can't play for the next 4 games. So that leaves a spot open for Jalen Tolbert to come up and have a roster spot. And, of course, your long snapper, Overton, is going to be there playing. They brought up Malik Davis because they put Rico Dowdle on IR as well. So those are the 2. I'm doing a video. Calm down. So yeah. So they put Rico Dowdle on IR too as well. So with that, they brought up the other running back, Malik Davis, which he was doing well in preseason. So he's a good. What are you doing to your 10 boots? But anyway, so with that being said, those are your moves pretty much. I mean, we know Dak ain't playing. CeeDee Lamb is playing. Michael Gallup, of course, is playing. So you're going to have him out there with Noah Brown and Jalen Tolbert. I think we still got 2 more weeks before we see James Washington, but, you know, we'll talk more about that during the week. Now, the Cowboys get this win tonight, 5-1. To get to 5-1, they have to, 1, make all your field goals. 2, take advantage of every opportunity that you get. Special teams, I got a feeling that special teams is going to make a play. I keep telling this team to put Konvate Turpin in this game, even if you fake it to him the first couple of times, and then finally give it to him at some point. That's going to fool them because they don't know what you're going to do. I don't care if it's on a jet sweep, or end around, a bubble screen, whatever you do, utilize your fastest players on the field. I like what they're doing with the ground game. They're finally getting Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard both in there running the ball. You need to continue to do that. You have to continue to do that. You got to run the ball on these Eagles, and you can, but you got to bounce to the outsides. You're not going to be able to run it up the middle on them because they got Jordan Davis, they got Hargrave, they got Fletcher Cox. They have all these guys on their defensive line. The defensive line is really good. You got 2 teams that have really good defenses. And then in their secondary, they got big play Slay out there. So, you know, no errant throws. Don't just be throwing in double coverage. Be smart about it. For us to do that, what do? Run the ball, get into play action, and get somebody open down the field. We're going to have to utilize some of these tight ends. I know Dalton Schultz is kind of busted up. I don't know if he's going to play or not. Whether he is or not, you got Ferguson, you got Hendershot. Get these guys out in the flat. So I noticed one thing, the reason why... Austin, calm down. So with that being said, you look at here, look at the tablet. So you look at what we have with this team, and on defense, you go back and forth between our defense and defense. Both of these defenses are really good. They got a really good defensive line. We got a really good defensive line. We got a good safety position. They got a good cornerback position. I would say that their corners are might be a little better than ours, but we still got Trayvon Diggs that people keep disrespecting. I don't know why, but keep disrespecting him because he's gonna keep picking the ball off. That's it. But be smart on offense. Don't throw the ball in no double coverage. Don't force guys open. You have to scheme these things. Kellen Moore should be smart enough by now to be able to figure that out. So if you run the ball effectively with using both Zeke and Pollard, these are the things that we've done the last couple of weeks that have been working for us. You got to continue to do that. But on this team, though, we're probably going to have to throw the ball a little bit more because you're not going to be at the team consistently, only throwing 102 yards a game. Cooper Rush. So everybody keeps saying, oh, Cooper Rush did this, Cooper Rush did that. I'm not taking nothing away from Cooper Rush. I love him as a backup quarterback, but he's a backup quarterback for a reason. You can't do the same things with him that you do with Dak. So they had to adjust things, and I understand that. But in this game, if the Eagles start scoring, you're going to have to be able to pound for pound score with them. Or you got to be able to stop them. Now, with your boy Jalen Hurts, you got to be careful blitzing him. Because if you blitz him a certain way, he's gonna squeeze out the side, and he's gonna and his biggest thing when he throws the ball downfield to Quez Watkins and Deontay, what's his name? Damn, the boy went to school with Trayvon. What's his last name? Y'all know what I'm talking about, Deontay, and then of course AJ Brown. AJ Brown is arguably one of the best wide receivers in the league right now, and then the Eagles traded for him. I was so mad when they did because I'm like, damn, now we got to deal with this dude twice a year. He's a big play guy. I'm sorry, Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith is a little smaller. He's a skinnier guy. You could just body him and knock the ball out. But with AJ Brown, he's a possession type of catcher, and he's a really good catcher. So you're gonna have to play physical with these guys. Physicality is key in this game. You can't come in here playing soft to get these Eagles, because these Eagles will take advantage of all of that and they will crush you. I look at the game when they played against Arizona and they barely beat Arizona. So if you utilize some of the things that you saw in that game and apply them here, Cowboys should be able to win this game with no problem. Now, their defensive line, you look at Jordan Davis, and as good as those guys and as big as those guys are, they're going to get gassed. Eagles are not really a fourth quarter scoring team. So if you get up on these guys and you start getting them to try to play from behind, they're not going to be able to catch you. But you have to keep your foot on the gas. Cowboys have an issue with not keeping their foot on the gas when they get up in games. We have not trailed in the game really since Cooper Rush been the quarterback, but I don't want to see a situation like that because I don't think that we can come back from that effectively in that type of situation. So with that being said, we're going to have to maximize our opportunities, make plays on special teams, hell, block a punt here or two, maybe do some trickery on special teams, because Bones Fossil is itching to get some trick plays in. Get Turpin in the game. I've been saying that the last 2 weeks. Get him in the game, man. To stop Jalen Hurts, I don't necessarily think you need to spy him. I think it's more so containing him, so you're forcing him to throw the ball. So you're limiting his running lanes. So in this game, more than any other game this year, you're going to have to be assignment sound. And you're gonna have to stay. Everybody's got to stay in their lanes, right? So if you're running in between these tackles, you better stay in between these tackles, because you step outside it. Because I've been watching tape of this team, and they've been gambling a lot on defense and stepping outside of their ranks. Whatever your assignment is, just do your assignment. Stay in your rush lanes, because if you don't, that boy gonna slip out of there and he's gonna throw the ball deep to Smith, AJ Brown, or these other receivers that they got on their team, or Dallas Goedert for that matter, because they utilize their tight ends very well. The Eagles do. I know because I have Goddard in fantasy. I have him on my bench because I have Travis Kelce. I don't need him, but understand Goddard will kill you as well. So our safeties, Jaron Kearse and Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson, they got some work. They got some work to do tonight. So if they do those things, the Cowboys will win this game. Like I said, on defense, you have to make sure that you keep Jalen Hurts in a box, because he will throw an interception if you make him one-dimensional. And because it's one thing to stop the regular run game with Gainwell and Boston Scott and Miles Sanders, right? So if you stop them, you still have to watch Jalen. So this defense got a lot of work to do today, because I'm gonna tell you, they got 3 good running backs that they use interchangeably. They use all 3 of them. It ain't just like with the Cowboys where we just use 2 of the 3 of ours. They use all 3 of their damn running backs and their quarterback as a runner. So that's what makes the Eagles a hard team to beat, because they're rare in that instance. There's a lot of teams that don't have that type of firepower on offense like that to be dynamic like that in the running game. But because they have a lot of speed, you got to match speed with power. And you have to hit him and hit them hard, because if you play soft, you're going to lose this game. So the biggest key to victory is to play assignment sound on defense and to play fast and just do your job. As simple as that. And on offense, you know what I'm saying? Keep that running game going like we've been doing the last couple of weeks. Keep them off the edge. Don't run up the middle, because Jordan Davis and them, those big, and Hargrave and them in the middle are gonna, those 3 techs, those big 1 and 3 techs, they are going to shut your running game down. So you got to bounce the ball on the outside. You're gonna have to do some quick handoffs. You might have to do some jet sweep. You might have to do some things that provide space for your guys to move. So I'm looking for a good game tonight. It's going to be a back and forth game. If I had to make a score prediction, I would say Dallas Cowboys 26, Eagles 21. Let's go with that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box about this game. It's going to be a big game tonight. Everybody going to be watching it, whether you're a fan of one of these 2 teams or not. Let's go Cowboys. Austin, say, go Cowboys. That's it. And with that being said, your boy E2 Blue. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this dub so we can be 5-1. Let's go.